Welcome to Project 50, where I'm going to lose my last 50 pounds in 2026. In this video, I'm going to go over the overall plan as well as my phase 1 plan, which will start January 1st. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Bethany and I have struggled with my weight for my entire life. My all-time high was 315 pounds. I have lost right around 115 pounds, and the goal for this year is to lose the last 50. If you are interested in following along on my journey, do not forget to subscribe. And if you are also on a weight loss journey, please let me know about it down in the comments below. So the plan for this year is simple because weight loss is very simple. It is not easy. It is very difficult, but it is very simple. It is not complicated. For this year, I have 6 focuses. 3 of them are related to diet, 2 of them are related to exercise, and 1 of them is related to mindset. So focus number 1, like I said, is related to diet, and that is that I am going to be eating in a calorie deficit because that is what it takes to lose weight. You need to be taking in less than you are burning. Now, within that deficit, my second focus is to eat mostly whole or minimally processed foods. I have found in all of my years of weight loss that it is very, very difficult to overeat grilled chicken, broccoli, and rice. It just is. It's a lot easier to overeat on highly processed foods because they are extremely calorie dense for the volume. So I try to focus mostly on eating whole foods. Not 100%, but 80-20, 90-10, that sort of thing. And then my third focus is to focus on getting enough protein and getting fiber in at every meal. Protein and fiber together will help me to stay fuller longer, and that is obviously beneficial for weight loss. For the coming year, I actually have a lot of fitness-related goals that I will share in later videos as they become relevant. But for the purposes of this video, my very general goals for this coming year are to get 30 minutes of intentional activity every day. And by every day, I mean 6 days a week because Sundays for me are very intensely busy. I'm highly involved in my church and I spend many, many hours there on Sunday. And so I just call that my rest day. And I don't usually do any kind of exercise on that day. And then within that 30-minute per day activity goal, I want to get at least 1 arm weight workout and 1 leg weight workout per week. I'm really, really trying to incorporate some strength training activities this year. Now, for me, these activity goals are pretty mild. However, I will more often than not probably be doing more than this. But these goals were created in alignment with my final focus, which is consistency. One of the most important things I have found on a weight loss journey is just being consistent. So I have created these goals with consistency in mind because if you can't do something consistently, it isn't going to work for you long term. So I've created these goals kind of as like the baseline of what I want to be doing this year. And then there will, of course, be some challenges throughout the year that kind of up the ante and make me reach for it a little bit more. But I know that I haven't failed as long as I maintain this baseline. So speaking of challenges, enter phase 1, 75 soft challenge, which I will be starting January 1st. So I have done this challenge in the past before. I have playlists about it. I did up the ante this year. I am making my goals a little bit harder. This is more of a 75 medium, if you will. So if you are familiar with the 75 soft challenge, my goals are higher than those typical rules, but they are lower than the 75 hard because I got a reality check the other day when it was like 20 degrees and snowing with like 30-degree gusts of wind. And I was like, there is no way I am going to work out in this. That is not sustainable. So for the diet portion, I've already kind of gone over that. I plan to eat in a calorie deficit. I plan to focus on whole and minimally processed foods. And I am going to focus on getting protein and fiber at each meal. And all of this in a 80, 20, 90, 10 percentage. Like, it's not about perfection. It's about sustainability. So for the exercise portion, last year I just did the one 45-minute workout with one rest day. This year I am choosing to up that to an hour and a half. So this is more similar of a goal to the 75 hard challenge, except that I do not have the rule that it has to be 2 separate workouts, at least 3 hours apart, and one has to be outside. So I can either get on the treadmill for an hour and a half in the morning all at once and be done, or I can split it up however I need to between weights and treadmill, or if I want to do a workout class, or whatever the case may be. I can split it up any way that I want. I can do it indoors or outdoors. But the goal is to get an hour and a half. And of course, that's every day except Sunday. So that's going to be 6 days a week. So for the water portion of this challenge, I am doing the same as I did last time, which was 100 ounces. I have a large tumbler that I have to drink 2.5 of to get that. So I already do that most days. So should be pretty easy to get the water goal. And also, I'm okay with adding electrolytes to it because I'm going to need them, I think. So for the reading portion of this challenge, I am going to be reading my Bible, which is what I did last time as well. So this time I got the Bible recap. This isn't the commentary version where it has like summary of what you read. This is the study guide, which has questions for you to answer. So I am going to be starting, I should have looked up the page. I'm going to be starting in the New Testament instead of at the beginning because that's what I wanted to do. So I'm going to be starting in week 40 of the Bible recap, and it basically just asks questions. And I should be able to make it most of the way through the New Testament during this challenge. So that is going to be the reading portion of the challenge. And for anyone that is unfamiliar, the Bible Recap is a program that takes you through the Bible in 1 year. So it's probably between, I haven't looked at the book completely, but I have read through the Bible in a year before. And usually those programs are between 3 and 5 chapters of the Bible per day, depending on the length of the chapters. So that is approximately how much I will be reading. For the final aspect of the 75 Soft Challenge, which is the progress photos, I am going to take some at the beginning, and then I'm going to take them weekly, and of course at the end. I also ordered a body comp scale that's running a little bit late. So I hope it gets here on time because I would love to have it for the first week. But I am going to be weighing myself on a body comp scale as well. So I'm pretty excited about that. So for tracking all of this, I did make myself a little tracker, a little habit tracker just on the computer. So I just have all of the little goals and I can just check box off, and I have like 3 pages. It goes up to the 75 days. So I have that for tracking all of my progress. I am also going to be tracking my weight loss on here. I divided it up from 200 pounds all the way down to 150, which is my goal. And I divided it by half a pound increments. And so as I lose the weight, I can scratch off the weight on my little chart and I can see how far I have come and how far I have left to go. So that is the deal for phase 1 of Project 50. And once we get closer to the end of this challenge, I will figure out what I'm going to do for phase 2. So I hope you decide to subscribe and stick around for the rest of my journey, and I will see you in the new year. Bye.